This is nature's fury. This is one for the history books.
Wind gusts 155 miles per hour. Homes toppled.
I might not be here tomorrow, man.
Trees ripped out of the ground.
Oh!
Storefronts demolished, buildings torn apart, and windows gone.
The wind and rain have been brutal all day.
Widespread power outages and explosions.
Oh, my goodness.
From shredded sailboats to pierced windshields, Hurricane Michael slams ashore, leaving a path of destruction that's turned deadly.
Hey, good evening, everyone. I'm Maurice Dubois.
And I'm Christine Johnson. Michael is on the move after becoming the strongest hurricane to hit the continental U.S. in more than 20 years.
It is now slamming Georgia. Here's a look at the situation in Albany, which is south of Atlanta.
And after making landfall as a Category 4 storm, Michael is now a Category 1. One man died after a tree fell on a home in Greensboro, Florida. And there are nearly 500,000 power customers in the dark.
Lonnie Quinn is monitoring conditions from the Storm Watch Center. He'll have the latest track in just a moment. But first, Valerie Castro here now with a look at all the damage. Valerie.
Well, Maurice and Christine, tonight officials in Florida say they are hearing reports of trapped and injured people inside buildings that have collapsed. They are now efforting search and rescue operations. Just how badly the area was hit is now becoming clear. The extent of the devastation now starting to emerge after Hurricane Michael roared ashore Wednesday afternoon. This drone footage captured the damage to a middle school gymnasium in Panama City, ripped open at one end of the court, the other end completely blown out, the basketball hoop still hanging from the ceiling. Thunderous winds pounded the Florida Panhandle as Michael made landfall with winds of 155 miles per hour.
Holy hell! Hurricane Michael is the worst storm that the Florida Panhandle has ever seen.
And the damage extends beyond Florida. Michael continued inland, hitting Georgia as a Category 3. In Crawford County, this home was completely leveled, a small boat tossed in with the debris. Back in Florida, after the ferocious winds came the several feet of water flooding out this area of Mexico Beach. Homes were inundated, debris sent floating throughout the neighborhood. Those who tried to find shelter in hotels found themselves facing the storm head-on as debris hit this entryway. Once it passed, they found a parking lot with scattered wood and this car windshield pierced by a piece of timber. Some wondered what they might face when they go home.
I might not be here tomorrow, man. That's it. I really don't want to cry on your camera, but this is what we got to deal with.
Others made their way out on the streets, finding damage and destruction at every corner. This boat warehouse was left unrecognizable. The structure buckled and caved in. A bank building was stripped of its windows. A T-Mobile store was gutted, its inside strewn about a parking lot. In some places, the storm surge still lingered, covering the roadway with water. Residents who tried to stay found themselves and their pets needing a ride to drier ground once the water came inside.
Got up to 4 feet in the house.
As people emerged to survey their neighborhoods, trees and branches remained a constant danger, cracking and toppling over. And as for the cleanup and those search and rescue operations, the New York National Guard and a team from the New Jersey State Police are on their way down there to help. Maurice.